A happy Saturday to you, and I hope the weather is cooperating wherever you are across the country. My name is Kasia Bodurka. I'm in for Natalie Thomas. And outside, we have our very own Denise Andriacci. Your national forecast starts now, and we're going to be talking about all things active weather across the country, including Tropical Storm Leslie. But first, outside to Denise. Earlier, she had her umbrella handy. She didn't necessarily need it. She had it there on standby, right? But now the sun is shining beautiful. Denise, what's it like out there?
Yeah, it's nice.
You're hilarious. Thanks so much, Denise, for that. Now, I'm going to turn that around. I have good news for you. Things are clearing for southern Ontario, but well, that's especially eventually for your Sunday. Still, Denise mentioned still a risk of maybe 30% risk of showers still, but then it's more so through eastern Ontario to the mouth of the St. Lawrence that we are seeing a risk of non-severe thunder showers. Where it's becoming more isolated severe is south of the border, where we have been seeing a lot of tornadoes earlier today. Now, still continued rain showers, 30 to 45 millimeters of rain through some areas. Locally, it could be more. One gentleman called our storm line and said that his rain gauge clocked 60 millimeters of rain. So locally, we're getting heavier amounts. With the next 3 days looking like this, take a look at all these sunshine icons. Pretty nice. And here's your 30% risk on your Sunday, but mostly a mix of sun and clouds. Now, talk about heavy rain. It was pretty active through Carbonear, by the way. And now it's pretty nice through Newfoundland. But here's your next system. That's the one that's affecting southern Ontario today. Isolated severe thunderstorms could be happening through Newfoundland, let's say on your Sunday. Mostly it's going to be a non-severe thunder shower story throughout Sunday with rainfall totals looking like this. In fact, it could be more than these totals that you're looking at because it's going to be a stationary low. It's not going to move out too much. So still it could be quite active on your Monday as well. But your main active day will be your Sunday through the eastern flank of the country. Now I'm going to take you to the west, the other side of the country. This is just beautiful. I am speechless, actually. Matt, well done. A beautiful time lapse of Edmonton. Sundown, you can see it. Oh, just gorgeous. The west, by the way, is looking really nice. Thank you so much for making us a part of your weekend. My name is Kasia Bodurka. Time now to talk about all those stories making Weather Network headlines and talk about your active weather. We actually have a wind warning in Montreal. Can you imagine driving through that? That is 1 kilometer in diameter. Just huge. Okay. So where we are seeing the rain here in Canada, Ontario is seeing it still. Eastern regions could be seeing a risk of thunder showers as well, and into Quebec, into the mouth of the St. Lawrence. Now, we are still seeing continued rain showers, like I mentioned, with locally, well, we could be even more than 45 millimeters of rain. Some people have actually clocked 60 millimeters of rain with this one system, which, by the way, is way more intense south of the border. In New York State, for instance, they're seeing tornadic activity because of that. Now, it will be pushing into the Atlantic provinces for your Sunday with rainfall totals looking like this, but it could be more because we have been issued a special weather statement that the stationary low, well, it's not going to be going too far. All right. Now, the big concern, of course, to Atlantic Canada is Tropical Storm Leslie. It's just shy of a hurricane right now and eventually could be affecting us by midweek next week. So Wednesday, Thursday, could even collide with Michael. That's in the waters as well. So that's a big story that we continue to follow. So please stay with us as we continue to bring you the latest on Tropical Storm Leslie. Now, from hurricanes to wildfires, some people are still dealing with this late in the season. And that's what's making Weather Network news for now. Now, please stay with us. Coming up very shortly, we have your active weather across the country.
This weather.
A severe thunderstorm watch is in place for eastern regions of Ontario, as well as much of Quebec, with embedded warnings, meaning it's pretty much on your doorstep from Brockville to the Gatineaus. A rainfall warning, 50 millimeters of rain to these areas. A wind warning, gusts close to 90 kilometers per hour, and it is going to be chilly through much of BC. You may even see some wet snow through the higher elevations. Earlier, we showed you this video. A hot day in store for you on Sunday across the prairie provinces. Temperatures going up for some of us by 10 degrees in the active weather situated over the Atlantic provinces. A chance of rain for you, by the way, along the BC coast. Here's a look at your temperature stories. A chance of rain still through Toronto, 20 degrees there. Regina, 29, pretty hot. Also above seasonal along the BC coast. This summer, prolonged dry weather across British Columbia has made for an active wildfire season. But that hasn't been the only downside to the lack of rain in the area. Environmental experts say it's going to get cool across BC. Perfect timing. You just made it for your regional forecast where we're talking all things Southern Ontario and the Greater Toronto region. My name is Kasia Bodurka. I'm in for Natalie Thomas today, and I really have to say today is one of those days where I would love to be cozying up on my couch, maybe with a hot tea and a blanket, watching the Weather Network, and allow everybody else to experience the weather for me, because it was a little on the gray side earlier, but actually, I caught a glimpse of Denise on the outside, and I see a little sunshine on her, so maybe I'll take all that back. It's just one of those days. It's now sunny. It was overcast earlier. Denise, what's it like out there?
It's nice out. I know, I was just thinking, if you sort of looked out the window a little earlier and thought...
Thank you, Denise, for proving me wrong, by the way, because I was saying, yeah, it's muggy, it's out there, not so good, but... hey, it looks beautiful out there. Denise is right. All right, into the evening hours, temperatures falling by just a few degrees now, 17 degrees, and still a little on the cloudy side. Still a little active, though a chance of active weather still for you in Hamilton. Temperatures around the 16-degree mark, 30% chance of rain there, 40% risk here through Barrie. Into the evening hours and temperatures falling to about 14. I'm going to take you now to Arthur, Ontario. Woohoo! So happened it moved through the overnight for the morning hours where it was the heaviest. I'm going to show you where the system is headed. Of course, northeast, as these systems typically do, but there is a trough that's following the system, and that's what's bringing us that 30, even 40% risk of continued rain showers, pop-up rain showers. But then high pressure slides into place for your Monday. So that means Monday looking good, back to school. You won't be dealing with the rain showers that you dealt with back on Tuesday. Sunday afternoon, 19 degrees for you, a mix of sun and cloud for the city of Toronto. Hamilton, much the same. So Sunday is your day that you want to get out. Still looking at a severe thunderstorm watch in place for many regions of eastern Ontario, pushing into Quebec along the mouth of the St. Lawrence, and some embedded thunderstorm warnings, meaning it's on your doorstep, anywhere from Brooklyn to the Gatineaus. To the north, we're seeing heavy amounts of rain, up to 50 millimeters of rain, and around the Montreal region, we're seeing very gusty winds, gusting to about 90 kilometers per hour. It is going to be cool through... Thank you so much for making us a part of your weekend. My name is Kasia Bodurka. I'm in for Natalie Thomas today. Time now to talk about all those stories making Weather Network news, including active weather. We're going to be joined by one of our meteorologists, Dana Fatisse, a little bit later on, so you won't want to miss that. But first, I take you to Hamilton, Ontario, where it poured earlier this morning.